Hey, remember this guy? The year is 1963, and you're a corporate airhead who's looking for his next big thing to start promoting his delectable food items. Boy, I sure wonder what they're going to do to promote their food options and varieties.
Crown!
What?
Crown!
That's not cute at all. In fact, that doesn't even make me want to get a burger, let alone anything from the menu. In comes Ronald McDonald, our beloved clown mascot who took the nation, no, the world by storm, and our hearts, in ways I wish wasn't true. You know, when I see Ronald McDonald, a certain dopamine just rushes to my brain that just makes me like it. I don't know. They're probably drugging the McNuggets or something. Probably. I don't know. They're like crack. I eat them and I just can't stop eating them. But you know, McDonald's is a very big corporate, and they were making a lot off of Ronald McDonald. They were using him to promote everything, you know, and it did well. Except for, you know, Japan.
Ronald McDonald!
And I don't know what the fuck was going on in Japan. Japan was on something else in like 19-something. Toasty is going to tell me in the script. Japan was on something else. Ronald McDonald was basically like the 17th fucking Power Ranger in Japan. He was off here fighting crime and shit, and like, what? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So, yeah, today's Ronald McDonald video. I know, it's very different, and yeah, you're just gonna sit here and watch me talk about Ronald McDonald because I can. Japan didn't get their hands on Ronald till 1971. They called him Donald McDonald because they couldn't pronounce their R's. Yeah, that's literally it. They could not pronounce the letter R, and they called him Donald McDonald. That's Donald McDonald right there. He's gambling in the back. Zoom in on Donald McDonald. So, hold on a fucking minute now. Did I just get a notification about McDonald's while I'm doing a McDonald's video, reading my McDonald's script at 1 in the afternoon. I woke up late. Editor, throw up the notification that I just got. That is, the timing is... Are they watching me? Who's watching me? I opened the windows for natural lighting. I might have to close them. Somebody's probably watching me from the neighbor's house. So, Japan's Ronald McDonald, he danced. He sometimes played with the children. You know, he would fall over in his afternoon read at the park. He hides under your bed. You know, stuff like that. Wait, what? Did I also mention this motherfucker can fight? Yeah. I was not lying about the Power Ranger shit. There is a literally... I don't know if it's real or not. Somebody's gonna have to fact check me on this one, because I was researching for like a week trying to figure out if this shit was real or not. The video is like 15 years old. Ronald McDonald is going around just fighting God knows who and just everyone, which is what Mugen is, but we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, Japanese Ronald was on something else. Like literally, whatever he's on, I want what he was on, because I think that would genuinely help me these days. I don't know what the fuck was going on in Japan in like 1971 besides the Okinawa Reserve Agreement where the United States gave them back their island. Like, well, what? It's their island? What we have doing over there? Whatever. We are some assholes. I'll tell you that. But this isn't History 101 with Phoenix Light. This is where you guys hear me talk about a silly little clown and everything's all hooray! This is where we enter Mugen. Mugen, also known as Mugen, pronounced Mugen, like Mugen, whatever, is a freeware 2D fighting game engine developed by Electbyte. What does it stand for? Drumroll, please. Nothing. There is nothing that Mugen stands for. The little periods in between Mugen, nope. It doesn't stand for nothing. But that didn't stop anyone from doing absolutely anything in Mugen, because this is the roster. Fuck you, I'm not showing every single individual character in the roster. That's just not today's video. We're talking about one guy. He's right there. His name's Ronald McDonald, apparently in Japan. In Mugen, oh man, what isn't Mugen? Mugen is just a Mugen, you know? And we're not talking about Mugen Train. This isn't Demon Slayer. We're talking about Mugen. You know? Ronald McDonald versus Colonel Sanders. Ronald McDonald versus Mario. Ronald McDonald versus everyone, apparently, because I was scrolling through YouTube while I was editing this video, 165 hours of editing. And there is just thumbnail after thumbnail after thumbnail. But it's just Ronald McDonald on the right side or left. Boom, other character. Could have been from any game. Tekken, Fatal Fury, Street Fighter, Super Mario, Smash Bros. It could have been anything. You name it, Ronald McDonald has fought it and won. He fought it and won because he is omnipotent. And we're going to get to that a little bit later because right now, Mugen Ronald, he's broken. He is broken. And let me tell you what this motherfucker can do that makes him so broken. Enhanced speed, of course. Why not? Enhanced durability, because he just tanks everything. A super counter. I'll just show you what that does later. Infinite burgers. Just like Infinity Burger. He just throws them and throws them and throws them. I don't even know where he's getting them from. He just has the ability to make them appear, and they just exploding apples. Cause if infinite burgers wasn't enough, you know, mass genocidal diabetic, like New World Order, exploding apples, right? An apple a day keeps everyone away because they're exploding and killing anything it touches. A giant fry sword. Yep, I said a giant fry sword. I'll say it one more time. A giant fucking fry sword. Yep. Think of Ganondorf's side special or down air, but instead of the sword, it's a fry. That's literally what it is. But it doesn't stop there, because if exploding apples wasn't enough for you, exploding drinks, maybe, right? A purple drink that explodes? Grimace shake what? Nah. Exploding purple shake. And, did I mention he can summon a giant burger from the sky? Yeah, a giant burger. It just comes down, destroys you. You can use it to heal up, even though he takes no damage. Yeah, that's another one, but he just doesn't take damage. Although there are some iterations of Ronald McDonald that will take damage. Not this one, though. Not this one. Oh, and the almighty beam of death and destruction. Yeah, that. He has a beam of mass universal destruction. Some Ronald McDonalds need to fill a meter up in order to use this beam. Some Ronald McDonalds can just do it at free will. So, you're probably wondering, why do I speak of such different Ronald McDonalds as if there was a Ronald McDonald multiverse? There is a Ronald McDonald. Enter Rivals of Aether. Rivals of Aether is a platform fighting game created by Dan Rams. Yeah, that guy. And it released on Microsoft Windows in March 2017. That was a glorious year. 2017 was prime rappers, and I'm not getting into 2017, but when Rivals of Aether came out, I didn't even have a PC. But you know who did? Alpharad. Now, Rivals is Rivals base game. Super awesome. I main Shovel Knight in Rivals of Aether. I have like 500 hours in that game. But when 2019 rolled around, best year of my fucking life, by the way. 2019 was goated year, as the younglings say. I was entering high school. Oh my god. The Workshop came out. Still no PC till 2020. But Alpharad. Oh, and let me tell you, Rivals of Aether Workshop, that changed everything. Enter Alpharad. If you're as cool as your friends hype you up to be, then you would know who Alpharad was, because he was a unit when it came to Rivals of Aether, and he still is. I know he still plays Rivals 2. God bless you, Ludwig, for funding Rivals 2. That's his game, basically. That is his game. If he didn't do it, and I was Ludwig, but me, I would have done it, because I wanted a Rivals 2. Desperately. Rivals 1 was just such a success, especially with the Workshop. And if you know who Alpharad is, then you would know that around that time of the year when the Workshop came out, we were blessed with Cosmic Ronald. Now, Cosmic Ronald was something else. Think of MUGEN Ronald, but if he had no heart, no soul, didn't care for nothing to live on this planet anymore. Alpharad does a really good job explaining everything and talking about it and showcasing all of it. I'm just here to talk about a silly little clown that has more power than I could ever imagine. Thus, Cosmic Ronald was born in 2019, and that wasn't the end of Ronald. For more people sought to make a Ronald even stronger than Cosmic Ronald. It was like a hunger that pushed them to make something even stronger, better, powerful, faster. These set of Ronalds are different. They're a different breed. They were built for destruction. They weren't built to be beaten. Fun to play though. Really fun to play. I mean, come on now, you look at me. 500 hours on Rivals of Aether. Of course, I've played as every single Ronald McDonald. I know some of them have been taken down, but I still have the goated ones. Now, Ronald. What's so special about Ronald that he gets to have so many iterations of himself? Well, let's go through each iteration of Ronald McDonald, and I'll tell you why it's so special and so goated and so awesome. And now we're here with regular Ronald, regular MUGEN Ronald. It's as basic as it can get. Just your average MUGEN Ronald. I've been talking about him this whole video. Of course, you can't have a multiverse of Ronalds if you don't have the OG. So, right here I'm showing you everything he does. Obviously, I will show you the infinite burgers as I was speaking of earlier. Yeah, you're familiar with all these moves. There's the giant fry I was talking about. from earlier. We have our infinite burgers. And our basic combos. Everything is basic when it comes to this Ronald McDonald. As you can see, he is feasible to taking damage. Now, later down the line, when we get to our other Ronald McDonald's, that is going to change. So, of course, you can also tell that at the bottom of the Ronald McDonald icon, I have a meter. And what that meter allows me to do it allows me to use my apples, my shakes, and my beam of destruction, which I will showcase to you once I'm able to get my meter. Of course, since this is a basic Ronald, I'm limited to stuff. You know, I could do this, but whatever. As you can see, I have my counter. I have yet to use the counter, where the CPU is more knowledgeable than that, and to allow me to showcase it. But no matter. We're just here to showcase everything else. So now that my beam is ready, I can use it, and this is what it looks like. Of course, it would have done more damage had the CPU not had just died and had a thing. This was Ronald wins. I don't know what to tell you. It's just Ronald wins. I mean, you pick him, you win. Regardless of who you're playing, you all will always win. There's just, that's a guaranteed win character right there. Ronald wins. Look at his cheeky little smile. He knows what he's doing, breaking the game code. Now, we have the Will of Ronald. I know it's named something differently in the game code, but it used to be named the Will of Ronald. And, this is where things start to ramp up a little bit here. Or, the click of a button will summon infinite apples and shakes, which causes a surplus of things to appear on the screen. Now, I'm using Will of Ronald to fight Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man was designed based off of Ronald McDonald when Rivals of Aether came out. Probably another character that I talk about in a different video. And he's immortal, just like Will of Ronald. As you can see, I'm killing him over and over again, and he's not dying. But that doesn't mean nothing when it comes to Ronald McDonald, because Ronald McDonald will stop at absolutely nothing to get what he wants. And if a character can't die, if a character is written within his code that it can't die, he will overwrite that code and win, no matter what. So there's the name. It's Will of Ronald. That's where it is. Now, I'm fighting Colonel Sanders as the man of the hour, Cosmic Ronald, the one who started this all when it came to Rivals of Aether. Cosmic Ronald. Cosmic Ronald, his abilities are enhanced. I mean, you could say Will of Ronald is stronger than Cosmic Ronald, yes, but Cosmic Ronald is more popular. He is favorited more in the Rivals of Aether community. And although I can change the color of all the other Ronald McDonalds to be any color I want, Cosmic Ronald's always purple. There's something special about that. And he has his name there. Like, you can never be Cosmic Ronald. Or you're either something else, something stronger, or you're Cosmic Ronald. You know, it's special. Now, over here, I'm going to take you and fight a Thanos that is able to Infinity Snap out of existence. This is a broken Thanos, but in the presence of something even stronger than himself with all 6 Infinity Stones, he doesn't know what to do. Also, he's a CPU. I have no friends. I have nobody to showcase these things. So I sit here in my despair as I show you these different Ronald McDonalds that stretch across the Ronald multiverse. For the Ronald that comes after Cosmic is something of mass proportions. He's something to not be reckoned with. It's something that is so vile, something so dangerous. I consider it the strongest Ronald in all of Rivals of Aether. It's something that I hope to see in Rivals of Aether 2 if Ludwig permits there to be workshop. I'm sure he's aware of the workshop in Rivals 1, since Rivals 2 is his game. Only time will tell when workshop comes out. Workshop didn't come out like 3-4 years till the actual game came out, so we might have to wait a little bit. for that time to come. But now, Void Awakening Ronald. I'm gonna have to take this Ronald into training mode because I feel as if I'd need infinite lives to showcase what this Ronald is. As I look for my stage, I will show you now. Think of the other Ronalds, but this one is just any button you click. It instantly kills anyone that's playing. There is absolutely nothing you can do against this Ronald. This is absolute when it comes to strength. The pinnacle of strength in Rivals of Aether. I'm not even hitting him. I'm aiming my punches a different way. And it's just destroying him. I feel as if I had gone any further with this, I would have absolutely broken the game. So now I take 3 characters that are also of mass destructional proportions to see if they can match up against Ronald, and it seems that is not the case. I just fear that there's nothing in this game that can truly match the scale of Void Awakening Ronald. Unless. And I was fearing to do this, but for scientific purposes, we must venture into the unknown. We need to know what happens when you put 2 Ronalds against each other. I'm sure this has been done before, but you've never seen me do it. And I feel as if this will prove to us who is the strongest Ronald. I should have put more Ronalds instead of just 2, but I feel as if picking the 2 strongest Ronalds was the only option. Void Awakening Ronald versus Cosmic Ronald. We're going to put Cosmic Ronald here in a second. I am just... My brain stopped working. Footage is from a while ago. I have been working on this video for an entire week. Hit that subscribe button. Like, show your family. Yes, which Ronald will we pick that will break my game? It appears that we have decided to pick the Will of Ronald versus Void Awakening Ronald. And so what happens is the character takes control over the game. Or the creator of Ronald, the creator of the first Ronald, didn't want there to be a Ronald more stronger than his. And so I can try fighting back, but alas, it resorts in a crash. And there is the wallpaper I've been using this entire time. Ronald's not gambling anymore. He's looking at the crash report that he himself caused with other variants of himself. So, now that you watched me absolutely destroy my computer showing off these Ronald McDonald's, you're probably asking, why is he talking about this in the first place? So far, I've learned about a lot of information, and half of it is going through one ear and out the other. Well, Ronald McDonald changed my life in ways I wish I can go back to. I'm not the same anymore. Especially not after this video. I mean, I was already far down the road when it came to Ronald McDonald. I mean, it was an addiction. Gmod, every game that allowed me to, I would make Ronald McDonald. But now, after this, I spent a whole week of my life just researching it just for this video. And for what? What is the grand pinnacle conclusion that I come to when it comes to MUGEN Ronald? I think it's pretty cool.